Absolutely. Pleasure for me. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Right there?
Yes. Good day, Mr. Vollkommer. First of all, thank you for taking the time for this interview today. Now, I'm sure some viewers still don't know who you are and what position you're holding in our company. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
No, absolutely. Thank you, Vincent, and thanks for the opportunity, first of all. So I'm Christof Vollkommer. I'm 55 years old. I'm married and have a daughter, 21 years old. And I'm a member of the board of Brose, and as executive vice president, I'm responsible for the business division Exterior, which represents roughly half of the turnover of Brose. And I'm now almost 40 years with Brose.
That's a long time. I will come to that later. But then second question, how did you come to Brose? What was it like back then?
Back then in 1983, actually, it was for teens like me by then, difficult times because it was really hard to get a job as an apprentice. So I wrote 24 applications and did some assessments. And luckily, after the assessment with Brose, I got the opportunity to start at Brose. So almost 40 years ago.
So it was a good choice.
Definitely, yeah.
What expectations, hopes or wishes did you start with back then?
Good question. Long time ago. I guess my expectation and my thinking was I wanted to build up a foundation for basically making enough money for a living afterwards for me and probably for a family actually.
Did you quickly realize that you could go far?
Did I quickly, I was 16, I don't know how old you are, but I'm sure you remember when you were 16.
Yeah.
I didn't have a career in mind all the time from the very beginning, but I have to say, with the pleasure in working basically, or with the fun what I was doing, passion increased and commitment increased, and with that I was able to accomplish above average successes. So yeah, so from time to time and as time went by, I realized that I could do another step, but I never thought about anything far like I'm doing today actually.
Oh, okay. So in your career path, were you always ambitious to achieve your goals? You said it back then?
We're always ambitious. First of all, in school actually, when I was a student, I was just an average student. So I did my thing and I was okay, but not a superstar. And ambition actually started with my professional life when I started to work. And as I said, with having success and having realizing that I have fun with what I'm doing, ambition increased as well. So I think I would answer it like this.
Good answer. So you mentioned that you have now been working at Brose for just under 40 years. How many positions have you held in your almost 40 years at Brose, and what or which time did you enjoy the most?
Oh, interesting question. I don't know if I can answer that in a short time, because I would have to count. So I started as an apprentice, then I became a prototype technician, then test technician, promotion to test engineer. Then I moved into the customer team as project engineer. Then I reached my goal to become a program manager, project leader basically. Then I moved out of the business division into central, became a project leader for organizational projects. Then Brose bought the first company that was from Bosch, the closure systems. So I was made responsible for the PMI, the post-merger integration. That was my 8th one now. Then moved back to organizational project lead. Then I moved to the US, organizational project. Now we are at 10. 11, I there was responsible for test and prototype as a manager. Moved back to Germany as global program manager. I think that's 12 or 13 now. Then took over the role as a product unit leader, vice president. Was very proud of that. Then VK, which is Außendienst in German, so account manager. Then became a senior vice president, a product group, it's 15 now, and then board member, so something between 15 and 20 positions. And where did I have the most fun? I actually had fun with all of my positions, and of course there were also times where there was a little gap to fun, so you didn't have to pay amusement tax in some cases, but that's normal. Highlights, I think, was my time in the US, which I really enjoyed from a professional and personal perspective, me and my family actually, and the role as program manager, because this is a lot of responsibility, of course, but also a lot of fun, because you are your own entrepreneur for this project, and that was, I guess, I had the most fun in that position actually.
So in fact, you started as an apprentice and go to executive vice president, so a long career path. But do you think your career path could be repeated again in today's world?
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. So things seem not reachable when they have never been done before. Yeah, and of course, I think I accomplished something unusual. But absolutely, it can be done again. Why not?
Good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So good luck.
Thank you very much. What advice would you give to young people who want to apply to Brose, for example, for an apprenticeship or a dual study program?
So first of all, if you were thinking about Brose, it's the right choice already. So you
of course.
did already the right choice. And when you start, actually think to yourself and reflect to yourself, you know, do I have fun and do I enjoy what I'm doing? And actually also, if you made the choice, then always go the extra mile, and then everything will be open for you at Brose.
Okay, so last but not least, what do you give young people who want to develop their career?
What advices would I have? What I just said, you know, try to go the extra mile and think outside of the box. Yeah, always think outside of the box. And also really important, and I stick to that even today, never stop learning. Never stop learning. Just be interested in everything and try to learn. And that's what I would say. For me, it was really at Brose, I always had the opportunity to accomplish what I wanted. Yeah, you know, if it would be in different assignments, different locations abroad, and so on, I never had the need to go to a different company, and that's really where I say Brose is the right choice, actually.
So if you have fun, if you are interested
Absolutely.
in a topic, you can get success. You can get your goals done.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, then thank you very much for answering the questions so openly and honestly. Thank you very much. Hopefully we will see us in the future.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for that opportunity. And to you, Vincent, and all those guys who are thinking about should I go to Brose, all the best to you. Right choice. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.